The following is a fan-based reaction. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball Super are all owned by Funimation, Toei Animation, Fuji TV, and Akira Toriyama. Dragon Ball Z Abridged is owned by Team 4-Star. Please support all the releases.
Well, well, well. Look who came crawling back to Definitely Not Definitive. You know damn well who I am.
Of course they know. Everyone knows what an asshole looks like. Hi, I'm Bulma.
But more importantly, I'm Vegeta. Prince of all Saiyans, and pure, unadulterated badass. Welcome to part one of a 4-part finale for a TV show that is a love letter to me.
Of course.
If you wish to watch more of my glory and see two idiots laugh at my awesomeness, there's a playlist down below in the description of this video, whatever the hell that is. All right, so this is Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Yeah.
Part 1, episode 60. Are you ready? Let's do this.
I'm ready.
The following is a fan-based parody. Dragon Ball,
Go
Dragon Ball Z,
Well, he's fighting
Dragon Ball
Cell.
GT, and Dragon Ball Super are all owned by Funimation, Toei Animation, Shueisha, and Akira Toriyama. Please support the official release.
Oh,
God, Gohan.
thinking of you.
CTV do not condone child violence. We will, however, continue to bring it to you live in high definition. All thanks to our sponsors at P-Tap. When you're feeling sapped, bring the tap.
Goku.
Don't worry, Piccolo. At some point, Cell's hand is going to cramp up. And then Gohan will... Oh, God. Me! Gohan, look out for low kicks! Turtle, son!
You're quite a treat to knock around, kid. Durable like your father, but soft like your mother. I think the only way to win is to not play. I have news for you, brat. You're playing the wrong game. Gohan, dodge!
Dodge.
You must be so proud.
Your precious runt is becoming a man. Yeah, but I mean, it could be dodging better.
Gravy! This 11-year-old child is currently fighting for his life. Methinks the Make-A-Wish Foundation has gone too far.
Oh my God.
Game over, kid.
Dear sweet, merciful God, I think he's dead. Can we show that on network television? I mean, we're live, so...
Oh my God.
Sweetheart, remember, you have another one coming.
Oh.
So, which one of you wants to try and describe the word filicide to Goku? I'd ask Gohan, but... well, he's been filicided.
I'm actually not sure what it means either.
I think it's when you murder a pony.
It means Gohan is dead, and it's your fault, Goku! He's dead!
Yo, Gohan! Stop hiding your power level and come on out, you goof!
Oh.
Oh,
Whoa.
goody.
Yeah, Gohan.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
I've been humoring you this entire time anyway, so why not? But if you're looking to exchange bobs, I'd recommend cutting your teeth on something simpler first. Like that embarrassment over there. Leave me out of this!
I know why I'm here. I know why my dad threw me to the biggest wolf in the woods.
Oh, trust me. I'll huff and puff and blow you down.
He's 11!
Wow!
It's because whenever I get backed into a corner, I snap. And when I do, I hurt people.
Yes.
We're like, what do you do to him?
Oh my God.
Angry, when I lose my mind, my power skyrockets and everything goes red. The world around me just fades away. And all I can see is the person I want to kill. Of course, I've never actually managed to beat anyone in the past, but I think my dad knows that if I snap here...
Let me guess. You'll kill me?
You said it, not me.
Well, threaten me with a good time. At first you had my curiosity, but now you have my erection.
Oh my God.
Attention?
You all know what I'm about.
That's Frieza's move! The one he killed Vegeta with! Remember that, Vegeta? I was there. You should really watch out for that.
Didn't Frieza blow you up?
Oh, yeah.
Then you should really watch out for that. That's you.
Team 3-star?
No.
What's that? Is that a club? Can I join?
No.
Team 3-star.
So to be clear, when you break, I die. Is that the gist of it?
That would be the process of events, yes.
Well then, let's see which breaks first.
No, go on.
Just according to Cake.
Cake means cake.
In this endless pile of hay, Goku, this is the last straw. If you don't go out there, your son, your flesh and blood will die. No ifs, ands, or buts.
But-
No buts.
Speaking of butts, which way do you think his organs are gonna come out? Because I'm betting mouth, but I'm hoping.
I get what you're saying, but this is exactly what I've been planning out this whole time.
You? What could you possibly?
Why do you think Gohan and I went into the time chamber after Vegeta and Trunks?
Ego?
Because if Gohan and I came out first, we'd have killed Cell right away. But leaving that job to Vegeta? Well, I mean, you saw what happened.
I'm confused because it sounds like you knew Vegeta would screw up.
It was gonna be him or Krillin.
Oh my god. But how did you know he wouldn't just kill everyone after becoming perfect?
I took care of that myself. Oh, and Cell? You're gonna die. Cell would never pass that up. Because I wouldn't.
Okay, but why Gohan?
Piccolo, I ain't gonna be around forever. Sooner or later, that's just gonna stick, you know? So what then? Someone's gonna be here when I'm not. And when I was in the chamber with him, I realized that that person is Gohan.
Listen to those bones crackling and popping. So where's the snap, kiddo?
Oh, stop it. Oh.
Like father, like son. Wait, no. Like father, like son, Gohan. Perfect.
Well, seems like you thought of almost everything.
I just treated it like one big fight. Kind of like everything in my life.
Unfortunately, you skipped one small detail.
What's that?
Gohan doesn't like fighting, you moron!
No. I mean, right?
Have you ever, in your life, actually asked your son what he likes?
No.
But he went in that chamber with me for that whole year.
Because he wanted to spend time with you, his father, the man who spends half his time training and the other half dead. Sometimes both.
I mean, is anyone else?
Yeah, a little bit. Pretty hard to dispute.
No one's perfect.
I've made a terrible mistake.
No, I made a terrible mistake. That's you.
Krillin, I need another sensu beam.
Oh, no way, Goze.
Krillin, I'm serious. I'm gonna use it on me this time.
Krillin, I'm serious. I'm gonna use it on me this time.
That's you.
Just quick update, everyone. These are now tournament illegal. All right, thank you.
Okay, that's my B.
It's all right, Krillin. This is everybody's B.
I have done literally nothing wrong.
Join the club. So there is a club.
I see now that not all roads lead to Rome. Torture won't do the trick, so let's change up the game plan, shall we? I'm going to drag each one of them down here and murder them until you finally give me what I want.
No, please!
Start Piccolo.
Okay, I'll save your dad for last. Hear that, Piccolo?
I mean, if you're just gonna say it.
I don't get it.
Oh no.
Sit down. This might take a while.
Enough!
16! Listen, buddy, I'm thrilled that you're finally coming around to me, but your timing is less than ideal.
And the jolly green ginger has got Cell in a bear hug. Everybody's getting love today, folks.
Robot, be careful.
Stop calling him that.
Don't judge our rope romance.
What is he doing?
Within me is a high-yield nuclear explosive. I am going to self-destruct and take Cell with me. Also, probably most of you. That is my B.
I do not consent to this.
Your compliance isn't a factor.
You have a chunk of your head missing. How do you remember that?
Wait, you don't have to do this, Robot. You still have so much to live for.
If I do not do this, Cell will continue to kill and destroy. Also, I call dibs. If I cannot kill Goku, nobody will kill Goku.
We can split him, 16, in half. together.
Wow! You cannot talk your way out of this one, Sal. My countdown has started. 10.
What are the odds of outrunning a nuclear explosion?
Find me a bomb shelter! No, a bridge!
You're being really selfish right now. I hope you know that.
Larry, one more time, for old time's sake.
Where there's smoke, there's firecracker, sir.
You're goddamn right.
1. No! 0. -1. -2. Negative. A critical error has occurred. Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be a cell-shattering kaboom.
Oh, right. My mom said she took out your bomb during repairs.
Who gave her the right?
God!
Well, 16, not that this long embrace hasn't been heartwarming at all. My endorphins are just going crazy right now. But I have a child to break. Now, if I'm correct, you were looking for a kaboom?
If I said no, would you still?
Oh, 16.
Son of a! If I knew he was gonna go nuclear on Cell, I'd have left the stupid thing in him!
Why'd you even take it out in the first place?
Are you joking? Imagine if he decided to blow his payload the first time he saw Goku! Try explaining that to Chi-Chi. Whoops, sorry I let your husband and child get nuked, but the Hippocratic Oath and all that.
Oma, I think you need to relax more. How's about a brewski?
I'm still breastfeeding.
Well, then 2 of us are thirsty.
Oh!
You go, baby.
Oh, 16, I wanted you to be the wind beneath my wings. But all you've done is take the wind out of my sails. Now I don't even feel like killing these fools.
Does that mean?
Yes, kiddo, I'm not going to kill your daddies. They are.
The implication being... Oh my god.
Ladies and gentlemen at home,
the hell?
Terrible Cell is now doing one of 2 things. I'm pretty sure we can't show either on network television.
Don't understand. Where's the egg? You did this to me.
Life finds a way.
To make me vomit.
This seems easy. I don't get what Chi-Chi was complaining about.
All right.
Oh.
Oh, fantastic. That's going to be doing that the rest of the day. Goku, I've decided that your insistence on fighting your progeny will be best returned in kind. So behold, my children. Norio, Damien, Travis, Curtis, Dale, and Jonathan. Oh, and of course, Vegeta Jr.
It's like
Such a
every
grandpa.
nightmare I've ever had fused into one, cloned itself, the clone, and then made those!
That is terrifyingly accurate.
Gather round, children. Daddy set up a play date for you. Now make sure you share your toys, don't leave Daddy's sight, and bring me the bodies. But most importantly, have fun.
Oh, damn.
Fingers incoming!
You're not calling them that!
I'm fighting you.
Are they not precious, my own little family? Now, after I'm through with this worthless little planet, I'll have someone to accompany me as I trounce about the stars. Perhaps I'll try conquering Namek. Wear that hat for a little while.
No.
Yeah, you're right, that's the Frieza talking.
So tell me, Goku, where does this fit into your master plan?
Well, you know what they say. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the...
Please! I take back what I said about my hidden power. I don't want to fight you. This is my dad's fight, not mine. So I'm begging you, just rein them in. Give my dad a senzu bean
And there it is. That right there. That is why I despise you. You know what they all have in common? The Saiyans might be fools, the humans might be weak, and the Namekian might not belong. But they're still out there fighting. Not just for their lives, but for this dunghill of a world.
Oh.
Even Krillin's doing his best.
Thanks for noticing! I really tried!
But but none of them, boy, not a one, shares that trait with you so vile it drives me to retch. You, Gohan, are a coward.
No, I'm just a pacifist.
So, a coward patting himself on the back. Congratulations, pint-sized. You can stand proud next to the bodies.
Yeah!
Ooh. Oh,
Please
no.
don't break my arm.
No.
My baseball career!
Oh.
Dear viewers, it looks like Cell's gone full Septimom with 7 sinister spawns! Mr. Satan, do you have a plan to deal with these terrifying toddlers, these chilling children, these prepubescent predators?
You see, Jimmy, those are actually children. They're dwarves, paid to fight on his behalf. And honestly, I bet you they ain't even paying them industry rate. I'll tell you, Jimmy, the way little people are treated in show business, it's downright criminal. I'm gonna go right now and look up their agents and give them a piece of mind.
Excuse me. I seem to be without a body. Would you mind lending me yours? Why are you screaming?
Because you're a talking head!
So are you.
That is cutting, sir.
I need one of you to give me a hand. I must get close to Cell and the boy, so one of you will need to get me there. I believe that I know a way to finally put an end to this madness.
Are you crazy? What makes you think we're going anywhere near that war zone?
Do it, Satan.
I'll do it.
Mr. Satan?
I have a daughter at home, Jimmy. Little girl about the age of that boy out there. Right now, I'm being told I might be able to save the world. And all I gotta do is throw this robot's head in spitting distance of that crazy killer bug monster? Sure, that may sound crazy.
No, it's definitely crazy.
I have been finding God throughout this entire experience.
Well then, who better to leave it to than the world martial arts champ, Mr. Satan. And besides, what did I tell you, Jimmy? It's all a bunch of tricks.
They are not. You could die.
Do you have a mute button or something?
Not anymore.
Damien sure is kicking the shit out of Yamcha. It's like a metaphor. He honestly doesn't deserve this. But it's still funny.
I'm gonna rip off your head and,
Yeah, come on, you can do it. I believe in you.
and defecate
Mm-hmm.
on your lunch.
Now you're just embarrassing us both. Seriously, how hard is it to piss off an 11-year-old? You should be a stomping mess for me taking a toy away. Meanwhile, your friends and family are getting beaten into mulch, and all you can do is cry? And now he's crying? Are you serious? That's it, kids. Put your toys away. We're going home.
Wait!
And to be clear, I mean kill them all, so I can blow up this shithole and find something better to do. At least of my f***ing Sunday.
Hold on! I'm just one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to...
Everything you say to me is pissing me off. You had your chance, kid, and in the end, it didn't even matter.
Wait! Ow. Thank you for your assistance.
Don't name me!
Mr. Satan.
Kids, when you're done with them, draw and quarter that buffoon. As for you, I'm surprised you're still... Well, I was going to say kicking, but...
Gohan.
All right, fine, then you talk to him, Jesus.
What are you...
Grow up.
Huh?
You act like you are the only one suffering, but I believe that Trunks has some stories for you, and I can assume they all end with, and then he died too. And before you start whining about your father, again, and I get it, take a moment to consider that my father made me a soulless killing machine to kill your father. And that doesn't even come close to the complete tragedy of fatherhood that is Vegeta.
You wanna come up here and say that?
I am ahead.
Then maybe you should quit while you are.
Oh, nice. I like
You
that.
think you're better than everyone else, but there you stand. The good man doing nothing. And while evil triumphs and your rigid pacifism crumbles into blood-stained dust, the only victory afforded to you is that you stuck true to your guns. You were a coward to your last whimper. Of fear and love, I fear not that I will die, but that all I have come to love, the birds, and the things that are not birds, will perish with me. So please, Gohan,
Grow up hair.
stop holding back. And hey, if we do make it out of this, please pick up my head and beat your father to death with...
I'd say he's gone to a better place, but we both know he never had a soul.
Come on, Gohan.
Yeah!
Feel it getting closer, revealing such an evil soul.
Go on.
I can't surrender at the turning point of destiny. Right now it's your time. My life is on the line and I will not flee. By my power.
Oh, he's still got the tears in his eyes.
My spirit grows and I will face this demon. With burning energy, the day of fate is finally come.
Ooh.
Oh, what? No!
That's how the series ends. All right, so nice cliffhanger for the next episode.
Definitely.
What'd you think?
I loved it. I'm sad at 16's death, but we knew somebody had to die to get that kind of like emotional payoff of the stakes being raised to such a level. And I loved the way that he went out. I loved his speech to Gohan and like Gohan is a pacifist. And that is one of the things I like about him is the fact that he doesn't seek out fighting for fighting's sake.
Yep.
But I loved 16's sort of moral story there for us all that is, you know, standing by in the face of bad people doing bad things, letting evil happen for the sake of I want to be a pacifist only helps the evil people. And yeah, you might walk away with like the pride of your conviction, but you actively allowed bad things to happen in your presence just for that badge of pride. And how there are some times where you have to fight. You have to stand up to bad things and bad people because that's the only way that we keep the world in a good and just place is by standing up to evil. I think there is a very similar quote from World War II, which is basically that, and I'm paraphrasing it, but it says in essence, all that's needed for evil to persist in the world is for the tolerance of good people to stand by and do nothing. And so I love that little lesson there for 16, and then boom, the payoff, and Gohan's a badass. Now I just really want to see what he's going to do.
Yeah. I mean, it made me think of so many, like, because we've talked about this. This has come up a lot now. It came up in Clone Wars as well. There was like this homeworld that the Jedi went to, and the people there were like little like meerkats or whatever, and they
were so cute.
Yeah, they were pacifists as well, and he didn't want to get involved in the war, which is fine. You know, I get that, but at the same time, like, you know, the war was coming to him, and that made me think of, like, you know, the Lord of the Rings quote, you know, war is upon you, whether you would, you know, want it or not, or wish it or not. And I mean, everything 16 said to Gohan was basically what Cell was saying to him. It's just like, what pisses me off is that like you're a coward. You are hiding behind your pacifism, and just letting people die. And Cell had said that all to him, but like it took the way 16 had framed it in order for it to kind of like really sink through.
You bring up a really good point about like the way that it was communicated to Gohan, because Cell's was from a place of judgment, and belittling him, and this kind of like perception of him as being a weakling because he's a pacifist, versus 16 that was saying like, I get that this is important to you to not fight just for fighting's sake, but also there are people you love here and they're dying and getting hurt, and you could stop it. So what does it say about you if you just let it happen? And I think that's really important, because I think probably most of us have screwed up a relationship at some point or another, or caused a fight with somebody we care about.
I never have.
Of course not, because he's perfect. At one point or another, and it's because of communication and the way that we communicated something that we felt, or because we lashed out in anger, which is a very normal thing. But like half the battle is learning how to communicate your perspective and your point of view, and even your hurt feelings, in a way that is centric to you and how you feel, as opposed to being centric to how you're judging the other person. Because all of us recoil at judgment. I mean, it's, you haven't walked in our shoes.
Yeah.
You couldn't possibly know what we've been through. How dare you judge us? That's a very human reaction. And yet when you learn to talk with someone as opposed to judging someone, that's usually when we can actually make progress in disagreements that we might have with loved ones. And it's all about where it comes from too, because like a lot of times I'll tell Bethany something, and like, because of our relationship and everything, and she knows like how much I love her and believe in her and everything like that. It's like, oh, you're just saying that because you're my husband and because you love me and because you want to say these nice things to me. But then like somebody else, like we'll say the same thing to her that is like more of a stranger to her, and she'll come back to me and she'll tell me what they said and say, yeah, and they said this. I'm like, yeah, that is what I said. I said that exact same thing. It's true. We do take it's funny how we as humans are so eager and prone to hearing and believing the negative things that we hear from others. Mm-hmm. Like if Ken were to say something negative to me, it's going to impact me, sadly, a lot more than when he says something positive, because I assume that he thinks well of me. He married me. But him thinking badly of me is like, whoa, like that's, holy shit, what's going on? That's just the Vegeta talking, baby. But I think that's true of humans. Like we believe easier the bad things than the good things, especially from those around us who we take for granted think well of us. At least I do it. I don't know if anybody else out there does that, but it's probably something to work on, because the nice things are nice and we should believe those too. But that's why I think that it helped coming from 16, like someone that was so far removed from Gohan, who had very little interaction with Gohan, if any interaction. I can't really remember when they really had talked to each other that much, versus Goku believing in him and his father believing in him, and saying you can do this. I know you can do this. I believe in you. And Gohan kind of knowing what his father wanted from him. But then 16 kind of framing it in the way that he did, it was just like he needed to hear it from somebody on the outside, someone that, because to hear that kind of insight into your character from someone that doesn't really know you that well, I think is more jarring than coming from someone that does know you so well. And it's like, oh wow, this really is the persona that I project is that of a coward in this situation. So yeah, I just love the way they dealt with that. My favorite part though was when during that part where 16 is on the ground and Vegeta's like, yeah, why don't you come up here and say that to me? And he's just like, I'm ahead. He's like, then why don't you quit while you still are? That is a great, clever wordplay. I love that. Yeah, I'm a little bit sad that we didn't get more Vegeta in this, because he always brings that level of humor, but this really felt like more of a heartfelt episode. Yeah. And more of a moral lesson episode, which, you need to have those too. It's kind of the sprinkling in there of that, which breaks it up, because if it's all humor, or if it's all crass or all sexual innuendos all the time, then that becomes kind of like stale. So you need to break it up with other stuff. And I love the occasions where they throw in the heartfelt moments in there because, you know, it's just a little something different. And they usually are wrapped around Gohan, which I love.
Yeah. And they had some good jokes in there too. Like they had some like rapid fire jokes because there were some jokes where like we laughed so hard at the first joke that I think we missed the follow-up joke in there. So we have to rewatch some of these episodes. And I also really liked again, another Vegeta moment where they're talking about Team 3-Star and Yamcha's like, is that a club? And both Vegeta and Krill are like, no. And you think that like they said it for like, at one point, I feel like they said it for the same reason. Like they said no, because even though Vegeta doesn't want to say, you know, Team 3-Star is a club, he still wouldn't want Yamcha in that club with him. So, yeah, I like that.
I just can't believe that they stopped it there. I just can't believe that.
Yeah. So we're gonna continue this with the next episode. We're not gonna be in this costume. We're gonna do a costume change, but we want to do something fun for the start of episode 60, part 1. So like we said before, these are longer episodes, so we're not doing them in the back to back like we did for the other part finales of like 30 and I think 20. If you want all of our Dragon Ball Z Abridged reactions, check out the description of this video. We got a playlist there for you, as well as a link to our Patreon. You can get early ad-free access to our Dragon Ball Z Abridged reactions and Hellsing Abridged when that comes out. And we're going to continue with Dragon Ball Z Abridged. After episode 60, we're going to do the Hiffle episodes and the Dragon Shorts and then dbza Kai. We're going to continue that from where Dragon Ball Z Abridged ends. So we're going to continue with the Fat Kirby saga.
Kirby.
That's what we call him, Fat Kirby. Let us know what you thought about this episode down below in the comments, and thanks so much for checking out our reaction for Dragon Ball Z Abridged, episode 60, part 1. But just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.